Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Saturday, April 8th, 2023, and I am here at a local pond trying to find the spring crappie bite. The leaves are just starting to come out on the trees, so it seems like spring is finally starting to get underway, and with that, the crappie should start coming up shallow. So I'm going to see if I can't find a few of them today. There we go. This is not a crappie, this is a bluegill. Not a bad size one either. Look at that. Got that fat pre-spawn belly going on. All right, I'll take that to break the ice. You know, all things being equal, I think bluegill might actually fight harder than crappie do. They certainly seem to pull harder. Shoot, tried a dangerous cast, it didn't work. Nice. If there's one thing I've learned fishing from the bank for so many years, it's how to get your lure out of a tree. Doesn't always work, but I have saved many a lure just by finessing it over those tree limbs. Dang it. Oh, I'm not getting that one back. Once it lassos around that limb, forget it. And off in the water it goes. Son of a gun. Well, so far I've seen a few fish up shallow, but they all looked like bluegill to me, and have seen neither hide nor hair of any crappie. I wonder if the conditions have anything to do with it. It is not warm today. Air temps are in the mid-40s, and it's cloudy, so I don't think the water is going to be warming up much today. But I have gotten on crappie bites in conditions like this, so maybe it's just a matter of finding where the school is. Alright guys, well, the little crappie jig was not getting it done, so I decided to switch over to a drop shot with a little straight tail minnow bait on it. And I'm gonna probe the deeper water because it seems like the crappie haven't come up shallow yet, so maybe they're still out deep. Could get a bass or two doing this too, you never know. Oh, fish on. As per usual, didn't feel the bite on the drop shot. And look at that. Didn't I say I might catch a bass or two? I'll take that. All right, little drop shot largemouth. Still no crappie, but I certainly won't complain if I can catch a few more bass. Oh, wow. Boy, he took off with it. I'll bet you this is another bass. Yep, sure enough is. He's trying to get all wrapped up in those weeds. All right. I felt that bite. There was no mistake about that one. Okay. A little bit bigger. Nice. Drop shot's getting it done. Fish on, little guy. Again, did not feel the bite. Bluegill. All right. I'll take it. I mean, I came here to catch crappie, but if they're not biting, I'll play with whatever is. There we go, fish on. There's our crappie. All right. All sorts of goodies coming out of the local pond today. Man, as much as I rag on the drop shot, sometimes rightfully so, thing works. I mean, I can't think of a better finesse presentation than the drop shot, especially in cold water like this when the fish might be a bit lethargic. There we go. Boy, he picked it up and just started swimming right towards me. Another bluegill. Okay. There we go, fish on. That's a bass. I think I've got a little bit of a pattern for the bass. They seem to be sitting right off the edge of the first break line going into deeper water. If I run that for the rest of the day, maybe I'll get a few more bass, who knows. But I'll be happy with anything. Bass, bluegill, crappie, or whatever else this pond wants to give up. I'll take it. There we go. Fish on. Oh, would you look at that? It's a perch. Yellow perch. We are officially working on a multi-species day. All right. There we go, fish on. All right. Oh, decent largie. Decent for an ultralight anyway. Ooh. Actually, I hooked that fish in the top of the head. I think I might have waited a little too long and he might have spit out the lure and wound up hooking him at the top of the head. But I got him. That's what counts. All right, guys, you will never guess what just happened. So I saw a pickerel sitting right there at the edge of those weeds, and I put my drop shot right in front of him, and he ate it. And he was taking me all over the place around here, took me into those weeds, and I thought for sure he was gonna bite off, but I was able to bring him right up here, and I got my hand on his gill plate, and I was able to land him. It was a beautiful pickerel, maybe about 20 inches long, nice and fat. But before any of that happened, my camera froze. So you're not gonna see any of it. And on that little bit of misfortune, I think I'm gonna end my day here. So all things considered, turned into a pretty decent day of fishing. I struggled early, throwing around that little panfish jig. But then I switched it up to the drop shot and started getting bites. It wasn't a hot bite by any means, but it was pretty consistent. Wound up catching 5 different species of fish, including a pickerel that you're just gonna have to take my word for, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to figure out something and put a decent catch together. So all in all, very happy with how the day turned out. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure, provided my camera works.